Hello and welcome to the 5 website mistakes that cost local businesses thousands. My name is Justin Kunst, the CEO of Timberwolf Advertising, and my role is to be your guide to successful marketing and advertising to help you grow your business, bring in more customers, and achieve the level of success and freedom that have brought you to being an entrepreneur and a business owner. We got a lot of great resources and information in store for you today, and if this tickles your fancy, then I invite you to go to timberwolfadvertising.com and download some of our free checklists that you can apply for your SEO, your pay-per-click, your website design to help improve and make it more robust, rank better, convert higher, and ultimately crush your competition. Because isn't that just half of it? Half of it is just simply crushing your competition. I find a lot of enjoyment in that. So what are we going to be talking about today? Well, you've seen them before. Stunning looking websites that look like they belong in a design gallery. But here's a shocking truth. Some of these beautiful websites fail, and they fail badly. And it's not because they look bad, but because there's something under the hood. Today we're going to talk about how some of these great looking websites may be chasing customers away instead of converting them. And if you are having the same issues that we outline here today, then you're going to want to make these changes, and we're going to tell you how. We'll uncover some small, seemingly innocent mistakes that could be making visitors think that your business isn't legit, and you won't believe how easy it is to fix these issues. Plus, if Google has been ignoring your site, I'll explain why and how you can make some small changes today to help you rank better and bring in more traffic. Then I'll expose the costly homepage mistakes that nearly 80% of business owners make. I see it again and again. This one alone could be hurting your revenue more than you realize. We'll also talk about your contact form. It should be your biggest lead magnet, but instead, it may be silently driving potential customers away. I'll tell you why and explain what you're doing wrong. And if you want to keep visitors on your site longer, I have a special bonus for you. There's a secret ingredient that makes all the difference. I'm going to share it with you, and we're going to do it before we wrap it up today. And finally, I'm going to give you a free resource pack that includes our marketing checklist to help you optimize your website and ensure you're not making these critical mistakes. So stay with me, because this is going to help you change the way you see your website forever. So why should you listen to me? Well, Timberwolf Advertising, we don't just build websites. We build global ecosystems that attract, engage, and convert. And our team has over 20 years of hands-on experience in digital marketing, mastering the strategies that drive real business growth. We specialize in local website design, SEO, and pay-per-click, ensuring that businesses like yours don't just have an online presence, but they dominate. And when it comes to paid advertising, we don't guess, we strategize. As a certified Google Ads partner, we have direct insights into what works and how to maximize your ad spend for the best ROI. But we go way beyond ads. As a Google Business Advisor and a Google Local Guide, we have an insider's understanding of how to position your business for local search dominance. This means more than just visibility, it's leads and customers walking through your door. So whether you need a website that converts, or an SEO strategy that ranks, or a paid ad campaign that drives profit, Timberwolf Advertising is your team. So let's jump into our presentation. The surprising reasons why beautiful websites fail. We all love beautifully designed websites, but here's the hard truth. If it's slow, it's costing you money. While aesthetics matter, speed and performance are what truly keeps visitors engaged and drives conversions. Think about this. Every additional second your website takes to load can drop your conversion rates by up to 4.42% based on a study by NitroPack.io. And if it takes longer than 3 seconds, 40% of shoppers will abandon it altogether based on a study by Shopify. That's nearly half of your potential customers gone before they even see what you have to offer. A slow website doesn't just frustrate visitors, it directly impacts your bottom line. But the good news, optimizing your site's performance won't just improve customer experience, it will boost conversions. It can improve your search ranking and increase your revenue. So the real question is, how much money are you leaving on the table because of load time? Well, let's fix that. I have good news for you. You don't need to do a complete website overhaul. There are a couple small tweaks that you can make to provide optimization for your page speed. First, let's start with images. High quality visuals are great, but if they're not optimized, they'll drag down your site speed. The key: use compressed formats like WebP and tools like TinyPNG or ShortPixel to shrink the size of images without sacrificing quality. Next, consider a content delivery network like Cloudflare. It can supercharge your load times by distributing your content across multiple global servers. This ensures that when a visitor loads your website, they're loading from a server closer to their location. Now let's talk about themes and plugins. I have seen it again and again. On WordPress, websites using heavy themes that are bogging down their websites. These bloated themes can slow down performance, so always choose a lightweight, fast-loading theme to keep your site running smoothly. And in that same realm, here's a big one: reducing HTTP requests and minimizing code bloat. Every extra script and style sheet adds load time, so minify CSS, JavaScript, and HTML with tools like WP Rocket, Auto Optimize, or Google PageSpeed Insights. These tools combine these separate scripts and codes together and cuts out clutter and helps speed things up for you. And finally, let's focus on the user experience. Prioritize the above-the-fold content. This means visitors see what they need to immediately when the site loads, and you can use lazy loading tools so that everything else loads in the background or as they scroll down the page. This will help you keep your engagement high and your bounce rates low. By implementing these strategies, you'll not just make your site faster, you're making it more profitable. Because in today's digital world, speed isn't just an advantage, it's a necessity. For our next topic, we're going to talk about small mistakes that could make visitors think that your business is a scam. And first impressions matter, and online, they happen in seconds. The last thing you want is for visitors to land on your website and immediately think, is this business even legit? And unfortunately, a few small mistakes can send huge red flags that make potential customers hesitate or worse, leave. If your website looks like it hasn't been touched in years, it screams unreliable. Visitors expect modern, functional websites. If they see broken links or an outdated design, they'll assume your business is neglected as well. Next, social proof matters, and no testimonials or fake-looking reviews make people question your credibility. Customers want authentic experiences with real people. Then if they can't find them, they'll go elsewhere. Then take some time to reflect on your refund and return policy. If it's missing, buried, or vague, people will assume the worst. Because if a business is consistent in its products or services, they make their policies crystal clear. And let's talk about visuals. Low quality images or obvious stock photos can be a trust killer. Customers can spot fake imagery a mile away, and when they do, it makes your brand come off as generic or even dishonest. Finally, don't underestimate the power of clear, professional writing. If you have spelling and grammar mistakes on your website, they make your business look sloppy at best and like a scam at worst. The good news, these mistakes are easy to fix, and once you do, you'll instantly build more trust, increase engagement, and boost conversions. We want to be sure that your website is sending the right message. If you want your website to build trust and credibility, you need to be sure that it looks, feels, and functions like a legitimate business. Let's talk about how to fix these common issues that may be costing you customers. First, refresh your website design. If your site hasn't been updated in years, it will feel abandoned and customers notice. The best practice is to update your site design every 3 to 5 years to keep up with modern user expectations. Next, social proof is everything. Generic or missing reviews makes visitors skeptical. Instead, use real, verified testimonials with customer names, photos, and business names. When people see others vouching for your business, they're far more likely to trust you. You want another quick win? Use trust badges and certifications. Displaying SSL security badges, Better Business Bureau accreditation, money-back guarantees, and industry awards signals to visitors that your business is reputable and safe to engage with. And here's a big one. Ditch the generic stock photos. People can spot a staged stock image from a mile away. Instead, use real photos of your team, your business, and your products to make your brand feel authentic and reliable. And last but not least, let's talk about your refund or return policy. Make it crystal clear with a dedicated page in your footer so that there's no confusion. A transparent policy reassures customers and increases trust in your brand. By making these simple yet powerful changes, you'll instantly elevate your website's credibility, keeping visitors engaged and far more likely to convert. Let's make sure your website works for you and not against you. Our next topic today is why Google might be ignoring your website. If your website isn't showing up on Google, it's not from bad luck. It's a clear sign that something's off. Google isn't ignoring you on purpose, but if your website isn't following these rules, it has no reason to rank you. So let's break down the most common reasons why. First, your keywords are missing in action. If your website doesn't include the words your customers are actually using to search, Google has no clue what to do with you. You have to speak Google's language by optimizing your content with the right keywords. Otherwise, it's invisible. Next, Google's mobile first rule. Google prioritizes websites that look excellent and load wonderfully on mobile search because over 60% of all searches happen on mobile. And if your site isn't optimized for smaller screens, Google will push you down the ranking. A slow, chunky mobile experience is a deal breaker, not just for users, but for Google as well. And here's another one that most businesses miss: inconsistent business info across the web. Google checks your name, address, and phone number across directories like Yelp, Facebook, and local listings. If they don't match, Google sees that as a red flag and drops your rankings. And in that same realm, if no one is linking to you, Google sees it as a red flag. Backlinks, which is when other reputable sites link into yours, are like votes of confidence in Google's eyes. If your site has 0 backlinks, Google assumes it's unimportant, and you will get buried in search results. The good news is all of these issues are fixable, and once you fix them, you'll start to see higher rankings, more traffic, and more business. Let's make sure that Google can no longer ignore you. Here's how to make Google love your website. If you want to get on Google's good side, you need to give it exactly what it's looking for. Google's algorithm isn't random. It rewards sites that follow key optimization strategies. Let's break down how you can get on Google's good side. First, optimize your website with the right keywords. Google isn't psychic. It needs to see relevant search terms on your website to know what you're all about. Use tools like Google Keyword Planner, Ahrefs, and Ubersuggest to find high-intent keywords. Then, naturally place them in your titles, your headlines, and your content to boost relevancy. And we've talked about it 100 times already, speed matters. A slow site means low rankings. Google prioritizes fast-loading websites because users hate to wait. To speed things up, compress your images, enable caching, and use a content delivery network, and invest in faster hosting. The difference? A lightning-fast experience for both users and for Google. Now let's talk about your business information, your NAP consistency, name, address, and phone number. If your name, address, and phone number are not the same across major directories, Google sees it as a credibility issue. Use Moz Local, Bright Local, or Yext to check and update your listings across Google My Business, Yelp, and other industry directories. It is a huge factor when it comes to local search rankings. And we all know that authority matters. Google ranks websites higher when they have high-quality backlinks, essentially other reputable sites vouching for you by linking into your site. You can build these by writing guest posts, getting featured in local news, and networking with other businesses. Backlinks tell Google this site is valuable, which means higher rankings and more visibility. By applying these strategies, you're not just making small improvements, you're building a website that Google wants to rank. And when that happens, you'll get more traffic, more leads, and more sales. We're going to transition to talking about your homepage. Your homepage is your first impression, and for 80% of business owners, it's also their biggest missed opportunity. A poorly designed homepage can confuse, frustrate, and drive away potential customers before they even have a chance to learn about what you do. Let's talk about the costly mistakes that 80% of business owners make and could be killing your conversions. Number 1, confusing visitors in the first 3 seconds. If someone lands on your site and cannot immediately tell what you do, who you help, and why it matters, they leave. Clarity equals conversions, and a homepage should instantly answer the question, what's in it for me? And that should be followed by a solid call to action. No call to action means no leads, no sales. If you don't clearly direct users to the next step, whatever it is, it may be calling, booking, or flat out buying right from the site, they're going to hesitate. And in digital marketing, hesitation equals lost revenue. Then let's talk about navigation. A cluttered, confusing menu makes people work too hard to find what they need. And guess what? They're simply not going to bother. A streamlined, intuitive menu keeps visitors engaged and moving towards the next point, which is conversion. And I often see on websites long walls of text. Let's be real. People skim. They don't take all the time to read all the long text. If they land on your homepage and see an overwhelming block of text, they're going to bounce instead of buy. Break it up with headlines, bullet points, and visuals to keep them engaged. And this last one, you're surely going to agree with me. Auto-playing videos and annoying pop-ups. Nobody likes to be blasted with audio or forced to close pop-ups when they load your website before even seeing what you have to offer. Instead of engaging visitors, these tactics drive them away. The bottom line, your homepage isn't just a digital business card, it's a sales machine. Avoid these common mistakes and you'll keep visitors engaged on your site and ready to take action. Here's how to fix your homepage to optimize for conversions. I like to think about a business's homepage as their best salesperson. If it's not built to convert visitors into customers, you're leaving money on the table. So let's talk about how to fix that. Start with a clear, benefit-driven headline. A great format to follow is this: solution for audience to benefit. For me, this is great SEO for local businesses to bring in more customers. This tells visitors exactly what you do and why it matters immediately. If they have to guess, they're gone. Next, your call to action needs to stand out. And I mean visually. Use contrasting button colors and short, action-driven phrases like get a free quote or book a consultation. And make sure that it's above the fold so that visitors see it without having to scroll down the page. And then look at your navigation. Simplify it if possible. A confusing menu frustrates users, and when they're confused, they leave. Stick with the essentials: home, about, services, testimonials, and contact. Keep it simple, keep it clear, and avoid large drop-down overload. This way you can direct your visitors to exactly the pages on your site which matter the most. Another game changer: break up long text with visuals and bullet points. People skim. They don't read giant paragraphs. Use short sections, bullet points, and relevant images so visitors can grasp key information in 5 seconds or less. And lastly, ditch auto-playing videos. Nobody likes to be blasted with unexpected sound. Instead, let visitors choose to press play and keep videos under 60 seconds to keep them engaged without overwhelming them. By making these simple but powerful tweaks, your homepage will go from just looking good to actually driving leads and sales. Make sure that your website works for you, not against you. And here's something many business owners do not even think about: their contact form. Your contact form should be a lead generation machine. But if it's not optimized, it may be chasing leads away instead. Let's break down the common mistakes that could be costing your business money. First, asking for too much information. If your form looks like a job application, visitors aren't going to bother filling it out. Only ask for what's absolutely necessary to start the conversion process. And your call to action matters. If your button says submit, you're losing leads. A strong, action-driven call to action like get your free quote or talk to an expert makes it clear and compelling why someone should click. And here's something many businesses overlook: a confirmation message. If users don't see a clear success message, they may wonder if their request even went through. The result? Frustration. And they may take their business elsewhere. And when it comes to taking action, trust is incredibly important. If you're collecting personal information but don't have a privacy policy, visitors are going to hesitate. And finally, spammy CAPTCHA challenges. Ugh, we all hate these. Those impossible to read letter puzzles or those little boxes we have to click 20 times. If your form makes visitors prove they're not a robot, it can be aggravating. By fixing these simple mistakes, you'll make your contact form easier, faster, and more inviting. And this means more business for you. So let's talk about how to fix your form to maximize conversions. First, only ask for what's necessary. If your form feels like a 20-question interrogation, people are going to abandon it. Stick to the essentials: name, email, and one key question. to keep it simple and friction-free. Next, make your call to action clear and actionable. The word submit is vague and uninspiring. Instead, use a strong, action-driven phrase like get your free quote or let's talk to encourage engagement. Then, reassure your leads instantly with a good, clear success message. When someone submits a form, they need a confirmation. A simple, your message has been sent and we'll get back to you within 24 hours, removes any doubt and keeps them from looking elsewhere. And as you know, trust is everything. Adding a short privacy statement, something as simple as, we keep your information private, instantly makes people feel safer about sharing their details with you. And keep your captions simple. If users are struggling with hard-to-read, squiggly text, they'll just give up instead. Use a one-click I'm not a robot checkbox or a CAPTCHA that happens behind the scenes so that it's not going to stop people from completing the form. By making these quick fixes, your contact form becomes welcoming and effortless to build conversions. More completions means more leads and more business for you. If you want visitors to stay on your website longer, engage more, and actually convert, here's one secret ingredient that outperforms everything else. It's video. Video is the ultimate engagement booster. It keeps people on your site longer, it increases conversions, and delivers information faster than text ever can. But here's the catch. You have to use it the right way to get results. So first, keep it short and engaging. Attention spans are shrinking by the day, so make sure your video gets to the point quickly. Next, always use captions and text overlays. About 80% of people watch videos with the sound off, so if your message isn't visible, you're losing potential customers. And here's where businesses often go wrong. They focus on features instead of storytelling. People connect with stories, not specs. Show how your product or service solves a real problem, and you'll hold attention longer. And of course, don't forget a strong, compelling call to action. Whether it's book a free consultation, get started today, or see how it works, your video should guide visitors to take the next step. And one of the best uses for video is a short, compelling testimonial from a happy customer right on your homepage. It's one of the fastest ways to build trust and convert visitors into customers. If you're not using video yet, now is the time, because when it's done right, it doesn't just capture attention, it drives business growth. Thank you for listening to this presentation. If you are struggling to drive traffic and turn visitors into paying customers, well, you're not alone. But the good news is that we have you covered. We put together some special step-by-step marketing checklists that are designed to help you attract more visitors, boost conversions, and grow your business without the guesswork. These are not generic tips or fluff. They're proven, actionable strategies that actually work. Whether you're looking to improve your SEO, optimize your website, or run high-converting ad campaigns, our checklists lay it out for you. And the best part is they're free. Join our free membership today and get instant access to our marketing tactics so that you can start using them right now. Visit timberwolfadvertising.com/free membership and start transforming your marketing right now. My name is Justin Kuntz, CEO of Timberwolf Advertising. It has been a pleasure to talk with you today, and I look forward to helping you grow your business.